Some of you are getting messed up on two things. One, working out, and two, traveling. Those are the things that are inadvertently triggering binges. And the reason for that is because you've allowed a floodgate to be opened in what would otherwise be a perfect fasting window. So for instance, let's say you say, I want to work out. Well, obviously then you need a lot more calories. So what better way than to binge? Now you don't say it in those terms. You say it much more subtly. You say, well, I need to go and really eat. So instead of precisely tracking calories, which you should do in that case, you decide to open the floodgates to all the carbs and nasty stuff that you once ate. This is why I tell people when you are serious about losing weight, you should hold off on the working out portion of things, because you're going to offset your blood sugars and you're going to be in a state of serious deprivation that is much more difficult to manage. So that's why I say to wait on that. Now, if you want to do OMAD and work out, that's great. I still do, of course. But you're going to have to be more scientific about it. You're going to have to track calories a little bit better. You're going to have to track macros. You're going to have to up your protein. That's something I have found that is totally true. And it is something that everybody should pay mind to if that's your goal. If your goal is weight loss, stay away from that. That's still true what I was saying when I first started the OMAD channel. You're hurting yourself by causing your blood sugars to be less stable. So that's the first thing. The second thing is traveling. Those of you who are traveling, you say, well, I was doing good and then I traveled. I went to mom's house, or I went to see on a business trip in another state or something. Folks, those should be the best times for you, because when you're out and about, you can just stand to go buy Subway or McDonald's and grab something quick and make that your meal. The calories are already counted for you. You can already keep track of how much you're getting. That's easy street. You should be able to think about your business and focus on the important things of life. And that's why I keep stressing this. Think of the important things of life. Don't think about food. I've said this before. Foodies are the least successful weight losers. Foodies are the least successful weight losers. The reason for that is because they're constantly thinking about their ultimate temptation. You can't afford to do that if you're really serious about making progress in life. It is a balance issue. It is a structure issue. Now, there are lots of reasons for why people binge. There's a death in the family, and you're eating to compensate, and all of the other things. Or you're eating trigger foods that you haven't made peace with, like nuts. Nuts can make you eat a lot of them, and you can just go absolutely crazy on them. Chips, of course. But you already know all of that. The reason for structure is so that you can keep going and doing the important things in your life that matter without falling apart thinking about food. Again, the balance between what is acceptable and what is not has become lost in today's society. In fact, it's not only become lost, it's become completely lost, and that's why nobody can regulate. That's why everyone is in the same the clutches of fate that everybody else seems to be, because you need to upregulate the priority in life that is your higher functions, your spiritual quests, your financial quests, how you're going to live your life. And you need to downregulate your gustatory quest, your food intake, your smells, the primal side of you. You need to downregulate that. Otherwise, you're going to be a beastly being and you're not going to have much to you. So watch out for those things. When you are working out, don't let that be an excuse to binge, because you're just going to look doughy and you're going to look fat and you're going to look like a dude who's a porker who, maybe is a gym buff. Or and don't use traveling as an excuse to binge. That should be your strongest time. Use the opportunity to go to different coffee shops, to go to different places near you where you are and enjoy the cuisine. But the same rules still apply. You should be in a little bit of a guarded mode because you're in a new place. So you should be a little bit less relaxed than when you're at home on Saturday, for instance. Those should be your stronger things. So double down on your weaknesses. And folks, when you know a weakness is about to pop up, be on guard against it. Because if you don't, you're going to find that the same issues are going to keep tracking you down. But they don't have to. So be on guard against those things.